Hi, this is Kay from the Immigration People. Welcome to another episode of our PR success story. We are very excited whenever we are doing this series of video because it means that there is another client of ours have successfully gotten their PR approval and we have helped them to realize their Singapore immigration dream. Recently, we have received a lot of approval news from our clients. Some clients got approved in a short period of time, but some actually took a longer time because we helped to build up our client's profile before we even submit their application. When we hear the good news from our client, it gives us relief that the client is able to take the next step in Singapore, including of purchasing a house in Singapore and maybe enroll their child into local school. Without further ado, let me introduce our client, Mr. Jie Hui. Hi
Hello.
Jie Hui,
Hi,
yeah, congratulations in getting your PR approved. There are no words to describe the excitement that we have when we hear that your PR is approved finally after 14 years, right?
Yes. So really appreciate the immigration people's help. Yeah, for waited 14 years. Finally, I get my PR.
So actually our audience have been, really interested to find out about the entire journey of being a Singapore PR. That's why we created this series of video for our successful client to share more to our audience about their story. To begin with, perhaps you can share with our audience your profile, how long you've been living here, maybe your industry, your family as well.
Okay, can. Hello everyone. My name is Jie Hui. Yeah, I came to Singapore since 2008, so I stay here around 14 years already. Yeah, I currently working in a construction company as a project manager. I have two daughters. One is 5 years old, another one is 2 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. There's this myth that if you have no boy in your family, then you will not get approval. Look, Jie Hui has two daughters, so
Yeah, two
definitely
daughters.
this is not true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
It's not true.
So Jie Hui, 14 years in Singapore, that's a very long time. No wonder the
Yes.
way you speak, right? You sound very Singaporean
Oh,
already.
thanks.
Okay, and I understand that this is not your first time applying for PR as well. Am I right?
Yes.
So this is the fourth attempt, if I remember
Yes,
correctly.
this is the fourth time.
Yes.
Yep.
And you previously told me before you have did it yourself and then you have tried to through an immigration company as well,
Yep.
and through us as well.
Yes.
So perhaps you can share with the audience, right? What is the difference between applying yourself and engaging some other immigration firm?
Okay. Yeah, this is my fourth time application. So the first and second time, actually, I did it myself, and I really feel very tough because of those forms, checklists, and also the Form 4A we need to fill up. Sometimes I also forget to sign, so create a lot of problem. Yeah, so finally the third times, I try to engage one of the agents to help me to apply, but unfortunately, to me, in the end, feels like I just engage one people to help me fill up the forms and consolidate all the documents. That's all. So to me, it's like rather than I submit myself.
Oh, so you mean that you don't feel that it's very much a value add to your
Yes.
profile because what
Yes.
they do is just form filling,
Yep.
is it?
Yep.
Did they prepare any recommendation letter?
Yes, actually they did.
Okay.
But to me, the letter I believe is for everyone. So it's just a fixed template.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just leave some plan for you to write your name, IC, all this.
okay. So you don't feel like it's personalized for
Yes, I don't feel really helps.
you? Okay. Yeah, I'm very curious, Jie Hui, because it's your fourth attempt, right? So
Yes.
have you ever thought of, giving up? Yeah, because you have been rejected so many times.
Yeah, of course. Even I get those agents to help me also rejected. So in one of the time, really, I thinking to give up this application.
So what's your plan? Like you give up as in like you want to go back to China? You don't want to apply anymore, is it?
Yeah, it's just maybe temporary work here. Maybe once my age is reached, maybe I plan to go back or something like that.
Jie Hui, despite multiple rejection, why would you want to give it another shot?
Oh, actually, I have one friend from legal firm. Yeah, she did introduce to me that the immigration people can help me for the PR application.
So that's why you would like to
Yes.
try again.
Yes.
So in case some of you, do not know this, we do work with legal partner as well, like some lawyers. They would prefer to let us handle the case because it's not their bread and butter.
Yep.
They don't specialize in doing immigration, so sometimes they would rather introduce to professional company like us. So you have worked with different immigration companies. So how it's tip services comparing with other companies? So what's the difference?
To me, actually, the immigration people, their service is really like a full turnkey service. It's meaning that they will pass you a key. You just use the key to slot in the door, and you open it, then you get all.
Wow,
Yeah, so
it's a really
yeah, it's just an example.
Yeah,
so
cute
it's,
analogy.
Yeah, it's really you don't need spend much time to headache what you have to submit, what you have to fill up, because you just need to pass to them whatever documents you have, and they will arrange for you nicely.
So Jie Hui, do you have any tips to share with our audience in case they would like to, apply for PR? They would like to find out more about how to apply for PR. Any tips for them?
Yeah, of course. So firstly, I think you guys need to really choose correct agencies like the immigration peoples. Yeah, so maybe you ask me how to check whether they are right person or right organization. Maybe you can get them to show you some presentation slides to tell you what they can provide you the service. Yeah, actually for me, why I choose Kay is because I'm very impressive on her presentation to me. It's really makes sense to me because most of the tips inside is not really stated in the IC checklist.
Yes, correct. I guess like how the immigration people is different. Also, during the consultation itself, we will share with our client lots of tips, you know, and we will really share with our client how we can help them in their application.
Like donation, all this is not in the letter, but Kay can advise me to do some volunteer donation things. All this.
Why did you come here 14 years back, and was Singapore your first choice of immigration?
Yes, Singapore is my first choice of immigration. 14 years ago, I come here is to study. I'm studying at this BCA Academy for construction engineering. Yeah, so after I graduate, I found my first job, and currently I'm working in this company also. So it's a construction company. So actually we fall under construction sectors. So for a few years, stay here, working here, I feel that in terms of safety, security, health, education, Singapore is, I think, is my first choice. I met my wife before I came to Singapore. Yeah, so the time when I come here alone to study, my wife's still in China. So after a few years, I stay in Singapore. So I feel that here maybe is our future place. So in the end, I get my wife come to Singapore to stay with me instead of go back.
What's the next step after, now you have gotten your PR? What's the next step?
The next step, the first things I will buy a house here. Yeah, then I will send my two daughters to a local school, and because Singapore have a best education so far, what I know. Yeah, so my planning for both daughters is I let them study here, grow here, work here, all this.
Your daughters right now, it's in some
Childcare.
Private childcare. So are they expensive?
Yes, of course.
How much are you paying for the childcare?
1,000 plus per pax per month.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, so I think now you have gotten your PR at the right time, right?
Yes,
Just
yes.
before, enrolling into primary school.
Yes.
Yeah, have you done your preparations,
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah, it's okay, yeah. So it's about time to begin, yeah. So
that's why I really appreciate your help.
no worries, it was our pleasure, yes. And that's all for today's video. If you're new to our channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. If you find the video is useful, you can like and share with your friends. And we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye.